it's bullpen management, because both these starters, obviously your brother, Justin Verlander, and Aaron Nola, didn't go as deep as we thought they would, as we talked about they needed to. And this game turned into a bullpen game. So let's start with the Astros. How does this affect them heading into tomorrow's game?
Well, big time.
Yeah.
If you're the Phillies, like I said, you needed to win one of these.
Yes.
Now you have your ace going tomorrow. Zach Wheeler's on the mound. So all of a sudden you think, wait a second. The Astros are the 1 seed. They haven't lost in the playoffs. They're placed in the 6th seed. They're a huge favorite. Now, 10 innings later, the conversation feels a lot different. You're down 1-0, and you're going against the best pitcher that the Phillies have tomorrow in Game 2. This could quickly get to 2-0 heading to Philadelphia, which they've been there before as well, and then won the next 3 in Washington. But to me, look, earlier today I said my key to the game for the Phillies would be getting to Justin early. They didn't do that, and they still ended up getting to Justin, which I'll be the first to admit. I didn't see that coming. He ends up going perfect the first time through the order, and then they got to him, which speaks volumes to how good they are. But Justin comes out of the game earlier than he threw 5 innings, but comes out of the game. And then they turn to the bullpen, which was the best bullpen in baseball all year long. But to me, this is where it gets interesting.
Yeah.
I thought Dusty Baker made a mistake tonight.
What was
I thought for the first time this playoffs, Dusty made a move that I didn't think was great, and it ended up not working out. But bringing in Luis Garcia in that 10th inning. And obviously, yes, hindsight is 20/20. He ends up giving a home run. Good call, Ben. He gave up a home run. I didn't love it in the moment, and here's why. Luis Garcia was a great starter for the Astros this year. He's the reason they have so much depth. And we saw Luis Garcia be great in that 18-inning game against the Mariners. But he's a long-inning relief guy, right? He's a guy that you can put in after the game gets a few innings into extra innings, and just, hey, you're pitching until the lights turn off. Go get it.
Yeah.
You have Ryan Stanek still in your bullpen, who is a dynamite guy. And by the way, Ryan Stanek broke the all-time single-season record for the Astros this year for lowest ERA for a reliever. You have him. You have your guy ready to go in the 10th inning. Let him go 1 inning. Let him get it done in that 10th inning. And then get to Luis Garcia later when you realize we're out of our relievers, our 1-inning guys. Now we turn to our long-inning relief guys in Luis Garcia. So Garcia ends up giving up that home run, and the rest is history. Then comes in Ryan Stanek to get out of the jam. But I thought Dusty Baker right there made a decision that could have I thought he should have gone Ryan Stanek there. And on the other side of things, Alex, I thought Rod Thompson did a great job.
Yeah, and we got to talk about that, because Ranger Suarez came in and got some huge outs tonight. He is potentially the Phillies' Game 3 starter, and he had so much swag. He got huge outs, and I think it was the perfect call for that moment.
The moment that you mentioned was Yordan Alvarez at the plate, who has been a hero for the Astros in this playoffs. And this is one of the moves that I thought Rob Thompson turned to that was great.
Yeah.
But as I've said before, you have 27 outs to figure out how to get, right? 27 outs. Tonight was 30. But in a baseball game, you got 27 outs to plan for. Who cares how you get them, where you get them, who you use, when you use them? Just get the biggest outs with your guys. Rob Thompson went to Ranger Suarez, his most likely Game 3 starter, early on in the game to get the Astros' big lefty bat out, and he punched him out. That was a great call there. He let him go back out that next inning to get a few outs, and you mentioned the swag.
Oof.
He had a comebacker there in that next inning where I haven't seen many people do cooler things. I mean, that was...
Tossed it out of his glove to his hand. I was holding my breath. I was like, wait, did he catch it? Oh, no, he still has to throw it to first base to get it out.
It was incredible. So, big call there.
Yeah.
Also, earlier in the game, Aaron Nola comes out of the game. Aaron Nola, another guy that I mentioned being... Look, Aaron Nola needs to go deep into this game if the Phillies are going to win Game 1. he didn't go deep into the game. And Aaron Nola is one of your two studs.
Yep.
Aaron Nola comes out in the 5th inning. They bring in Jose Alvarado, who is a guy for them, one of their guys that when you point to, hey, we need big outs right now, who do you want it to be?
Yeah.
You point to Jose Alvarado. He brought him in the 5th inning and said, we need you right now, buddy. You probably didn't plan on this. We need you right now. I thought Rob Thompson did a masterful job with the bullpen throughout, using his guys. It was a chess match.
Yeah.
And tonight, Rob Thompson and the Phillies won that chess match.
So I got to ask, does Suarez going out there tonight affect him potentially being the Game 3 starter?
That's a great question. And the answer is no.
Okay.
So what happens with starting pitchers is you have your start day, your typical start day, 1 out of every 5 days. And then in that middle time, in those days where you're not starting, you have a bullpen day, right? And that typically comes on day 2 or 3 after your start. So that's a typical thing to do. Ranger Suarez today just took his bullpen game in Game 1 of the World Series.
All right.
That's what he did. So Nick Castellanos, after the game on Rob Thompson, I trust anything that man does, which is a pretty powerful statement. But, yeah, you mentioned it, and I'm glad you mentioned it. Ranger Suarez comes in today. Do not think, well, now he can't pitch in Game 3, right? No. We have a game tomorrow. Then we have an off day. And as in typical mid-season fashion,
there's an off day.
You throw your bullpen, and then you start. He threw his bullpen today in some high-leverage situations, but got the job done. I thought it was masterful performance today from Ranger Suarez, but Rob Thompson.